else? What else? What else? I just got out of Amazon Library. I've been charging my phone and my laptop there. I miss my mommy. I miss my mommy. Anyways, I'm starving. I don't have money for food, so I'm just waiting for a bus to get here. Get on the long ride to my apartment in Villa Zaiguis. I'm tagging the FBI on this post, NATO, Interpol, the International Criminal Court, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. There's the bus. Oh, that's 76 though. I'm gonna get on 75. So, what else? I'm tagging the U.S. Army, the U.S. Marines, and seeking the death penalty for everyone that steals from me, everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money. Everyone that stays in my homes without my permission, everyone that steals my vehicles. What else? I'm bored. I'm extremely bored. What else? I need money for food. You can give me money in person if I trust you. Through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Design Store. Lo que estoy pensando, straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art. Shop INTAYIAFAY. I am Tire Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/s/Arlene-Lorenzo-Acevedo. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo's sons that raped me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. One of them stole my FJ Cruiser before it was in dealerships in Puerto Rico. And he used it to rape people porque hay gente que son tan basura. Oh, son unas puercas y unos puercos. Ew. 14 people are watching me. 11 people are watching me right now. One has liked this post. Ew. A la asquerosidad de gente que hay en Puerto Rico y en otros lados también. Ew. The relationship materialized for him because he stole my money, my homes, and my vehicles. And he terrorized my parents to not provide for me. However, I'm not his wife. I'm not his significant other. I'm not even his second cousin. To me, he doesn't exist. I had been crying as a child to my dad, or as a young teen. Is he dead already so you can give me my money? Or can my parents starve me with the excuse of we're not going to give you your money, so that then he jumps you and gets in your wallet and steals all your money that you're carrying, and then we have more problems. I'm like, seriously, Leech? Ugh. My parents are so weak. Full. I hate that. They're war heroes. I'm a legend though. So is Jaden, so is Kinani. I called Jaden, I called Kinani earlier, however they didn't answer the phone. That's normal. They may be living life or out to dinner. It's Jaden's birthday today. You can decapitate everyone that has cause for Jaden and Kinani to be decapitated. I'm gonna shop with Sally Beauty Supply. And I don't know. This is such a. Yeah. So, there's the other side. Starving. I don't want it for food. You can decapitate my having fun of citizens. That rape me to steal money, get in the way we receive money. I'm laughing at the end of this one. He thought that I wouldn't see the penalty for him for stealing my money after remembering my second cousins. Que carajo me tiene que importar a mí si los matan que no sean self-defense. They think that I would remember were kids that I had crushes on decades ago at the age of 3, and they never turn into men, and they don't reciprocate, so that's okay. But these ages that I grew up around keep a documentary in their heads of who one even interacts. Like that lady, they'll go on to interview her, show her this video possibly so disgusting, and then they're upset that I know nothing about their lives. Ew, they don't get it. They are so dumb. They are so dumb. Ew. You can decapitate David this morning. You can decapitate Cyrus by traffic me into poverty, trying to rape me, trying to take me hostage, so I can't date anyone. And then to brag that my sisters, who he's married to. El tipo un puerco still. Natalie treats me when I was looking. And their friends as he raped him. Oh, she just doesn't know how to handle it. Oh. She's dumb. Taking the penalty part. Why is she so dumb? It's like that was not my fault.
Commerce and 24th Street.
When I invited her, Cyrus, and David this month into my bedroom, and both she and I got raped by David this one, Cyrus. And she blames me for I just was showing them the view from my bedroom. And hoping to maybe like invite them over at a different time. Well, Wicked One does that sometimes with strangers. I was just at a party and I had met them. So I'm like, can I see the view of my bedroom first? And then I'm like, maybe if they visit again, I'll invite them over. So only David did this, my Cyrus jumped on me and Sarah and like this. So there was never another invite, not even for Sarah. That same moment said, I know you love your second cousin, I'm gonna steal him from you. La divana puerca, years later, she went through that. She moved into my home. Steals my money, steals my vehicles. Son una gente tan puerca, una asquerosidad. Yeah, oh no, these people are black. I love to learn about them. You can decapitate by having inside of the systems that become the chauffeur. For a little bit.
Approaching Commerce
Or
and
you
General
brought your
McClellan.
food to the homeless shelter. Oh, I laugh that I have all the money that I steal from you. So my instinct said, don't ask Sarah Francis to visit you and even for hope, because if she were a friend, you wouldn't be broke. I mean, she could be poor. Pero how is it I'm surrounded by at least 5 or 6 very dumb people and I don't succeed financially? So you can decapitate Amanda Lee Herrera, you can decapitate Berenice Venegas, you can decapitate Liam Baker, you can decapitate Katie Leo, you can decapitate Kayla Barnes, you can decapitate Jorge Viles. All of them I added to Snapchat in 2017. And there was no progress financially for me. Their leeches, now I remember, years later, because I continued doing soul searching while I'm hungry. that they're gonna destroy sustain my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles. Porque es un asqueroso, un puerco, una basura. Trying to kill me porque según he's in love with my cousin, that's not love. El tipo es un puerco, una basura, una asquerosidad. He is offended that I said once that he is at best, what is it? One night stand material, but that's not what is it? Disrespectful towards him. Él se cree que I'm putting him on a label because I'm influencer mayorista. De que el tipo no sirve para nada. So now I am saying el tipo no sirve para nada. Porque me roba, porque me violó. El tipo es un puerco, una basura. A lot of people in Puerto Rico decades ago had immunity to kill him in self-defense for themselves and for me. He went on to rape so many people's daughters, sadly, and so many people. Él se cree que porque Puerto Rico is little, that the people there are dumb. Él no sabe que los cruceros llevan un Swarovski toda la semana para que una compre en ese Swarovski. El tipo es un bruto que me show el port en San Antonio, donde están los barcos llegando a San Antonio. And before La Cantera was open, where did he shop? In Goodwill. Possibly one of those Goodwill babies. Possibly, very possibly, que se quieren dar el pelo más arriba del culo. Right now. Thank you, AT&T. I just saw some trucks with the labels AT&T. Anyways, I have peanut butter in my apartment and bread and banana. So I know I won't die. I have some crackers in my bag. What I want to eat for dinner. So you can decapitate Benjamin sons that rape is stealing money and get away with stupid people. They thought I would illegally prostitute myself just to not seek the death penalty for them. Fucking people down the wood.
Persons with a disability who require special accommodations may exit from
I was in a hotel today.
Los adultos mayores y las personas con
So
una
if that means
discapacidad que
we need to
requieren
kill David it is my
acomodaciones especiales
self-defense for
pueden
me
salir
or David or Benjamin Solis' sons that rape me, that's stealing money and getting away with saving money. In self-defense for me today, please do so.
Get there with
I'm in
care.
a hurry. I want my kids back with me. That doesn't necessarily mean Jada can only be with me 24/7. Those leeches thought that I would give them my attention or cry, no, I don't have money to buy my baby a gift. They think they're currency, those good leeches. Ew, they drain people full. They are drainers of energy full. One person's watching, one has like this post. Lord, let's go. What do I want to eat today? Also, cheesecake for it's always my go-to. When I'm starving, I don't have any money. What is it today? No, Marina could be open possibly today. If I pay for my electricity bill, then I will cook for myself. You can decapitate a leash. David Ledesma says, no, I need to move in with her. I must see if she pays her bills on time or not. Have you heard those leeches speak like that? They want to rape one so badly. They're so gross. El tipo es un puerco, una basura. That possibly gets in the way of me receiving money by just terrorizing people. Él no tiene que estar ahí cuando yo pago mi bill. No one has to. I pay them usually on the first and the 15th of the month. It's so easy that way. Autopay is amazing too. But there are some that I like to pay myself. So I set a reminder to at least check them. Oh, that I do too. Even with autopay, I check within a day or two if my payment has been posted. What else? You can kill Genie and the ladies on the father at least. That steals my money, trying to rape me. Every time that I'm crying online that I'm starving, she thinks she's raping me. Ew. Esa tipo no basura. Esa tipo es gross. Ew. Una terrorista. Ew. Es peor que un excremento. Me roba mi dinero, se roba mi vehículo, se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso. Y ya no entiende nada. Es una bruta, una sex addict, pendeja, asquerosa, full. It will not worth my time ever, so I haven't talked to her in more than 20 years and I don't plan to ever talk to her again. La leche es una cuero asquerosa. You can decapitate me and started the sons of her people to steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. I'm tagging behind this postnatal Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department in the United States. What else? International Criminal Court. Even though the International Criminal Court exists, I'm seeking the death penalty for Jimmy and the lady services. Even though the International Criminal Court exists, I'm seeking the death penalty for Mario Lorenzo. Even though the International Criminal Court exists, I'm seeking the death penalty for Benjamin and Suarez and his sons that have raped me and stealing money and get in the way of me receiving money. I think their names are Alex, Basura, Querosidad, Pendejo, Bellaco, Que Puerco Eres, Andrew, Albert, maybe. I don't know. They're not insignificant to me, and they go online to people saying that they're married to me, stealing money from people and getting in the way of me receiving money. What else? Once I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people ideally amorous men. I'm starving. I don't want any more food. Who is wanting to laugh at my face for me being starving and not having food? Or money for food and my children being separated from me and her killing my mother, Joanna Vargas too? Ew, la tipa es una puerca, una basura, una asquerosidad. Ew. Even decapitate Joanna Vargas is una puerca trying to rape me still. Ew. She tried when I was 18, 19. Showed up with one of the leeches, I don't know which one it was, either Andrew, Alex, whatever, to my parents' home. He stole my money so I couldn't date him. And then he showed up with a leech that wants to rape me, and I find someone attractive, and she's a sex addict, so gross. Ew. Trying to rape me, trying to turn me into their third wheel. He showed up, and as soon as he showed up, he said it was her idea. Ew, ready for me to kill him, phone. Ew. That would have been so easy, but that was my parents' home. I wanted to be respectful of my parents' space. What else? What else? I'm starving. food. El tipo es un puerco, so you can decapitate John Vargas. You can decapitate Benjamin Sosa's sons that rape me, that steal my money, and get in the way of mercy. They're terrorists, they're serfs. My mother was an orphan, and instead of uplifting her, those leeches preyed onto her, trying to get my mother's wealth, trying to get my wealth, trying to get my beauty. Ew, they're disgusting. If Joanna Vargas still could remove my green eyes from my eyes and put them onto herself, she would. La tipa es una puerca. Ew. What else is this? I'm so you can decapitate what it says this done. You can decapitate it means what it says sunset right means save my money and get in the way of your money. What else? You can decapitate Hector Soto and try to read me with his routine. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo tried to rape me when I was 14. You can decapitate a leech. Benjamin Suarez and his sons that stole my money so I can't date, so I can't eat, so I can't drink water, so I get raped. They terrorized my parents decades ago to starve me, trying to rape me. They're so dumb. There's only one way to have sex, and it's through respect, not through rape. El tipo es un puerco, es una basura. If he thinks that he's my safe space when I'm starving, I want to kill him. I haven't been to una fiesta patronales in more than 20 years. No, not in more than 20 years. In maybe 16 years. To not kill my second cousin there, I forget I was ready to do so once. El tipo es un puerco. El tipo es un puerco. What else? What else? What else? What else Avanceros mentioned there at the library? I saw a paper that said due to the pandemic, we're giving parenting classes. Who wants to sign up? What? One person will change like this.
And 36th Street.
Oh, it's like what else?
Approaching University Family Health Center Southwest.
What else do people are watching? I'm seeing this one. I made optimal. A sophomore pizza roll. You can burn the largest in your evidence. What else? What else? So the niches would have tried to infiltrate my life and be like, since your phone doesn't have battery, we'll call Jaden for you. They take away one's money they steal from one. Trying to make it seem right that they pretend to be me while they get raped and rape other people. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. Oh, that's today. So cute. Wow, my boy is 20 years old. That's impressive. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Y tú no progresas financieramente, no te quieres prostituir legalmente, por eso no progresas financieramente. Dan un asco, dan un asco, es una basura. For the most part, everyone in my family origin is an illegal prostitute, a leech, a rapist, murderer, and thief. Ew. I'm tagging the FBI in this post, NATO, Interpol.
Please remain seated and hold on while the bus is in motion and until the bus comes to a complete stop. Favor de permanecer sentados y sujetando el pasamanos mientras el autobús está en movimiento y hasta que este se detenga por completo.
And I would cook soup for myself. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. You can decapitate Lorenzo, se va a volver a Shizamor. You can decapitate Lorenzo. You can decapitate Lorenzo, se va a volver a Sora, steals my money and tries to pretend possibly today that she's Jada's mom just trying to rape daycare. They're disgusting. Ew. Una basura, una asquerosidad. Ew. Everyone knows about that too. Like for real, I would leave my parents home and be like, ew, my siblings are trying to rape another mom. Causing Diana to be starving, stealing from her, trying to rape her kids and trying to keep them as hands. Ew. They're always looking for travel companions. Ew. And they think like kids are pure and they can rehabilitate themselves through the kids. Ew. They're always looking for kids to kill their mother from, to try to keep the kids. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo, se le da la leech. Quedó un asco, roba mi dinero, and get in the way of people gifting me money. I've witnessed that already. How she does that. She's so gross. She's an illegal prostitute, very gross. Yeah. Doesn't understand culture. Doesn't practice it either. Ew. And then she wants to compete with me. How many times Dayton Kehlani answered the phone for her versus for me. I don't need to be on Dayton's and Kehlani's mother. That's all I need to know. So I don't need to compete. Tan un asco. Ellos hacían eso con Jacqueline Orama. Doing Jacqueline Lorenzo Orama. And other people. And they're like, ja, 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 pero mira cuántas veces fulanito me habla a mí, no le habla a la madre. What else? Bored. Yeah, starving. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo. You can decapitate Maria Aviles that lost my virginity for me. With my homies, what are the sons that I love? Is it Albert? Is it Alex? Is it Andrew? Is it Leech? No Leech. But younger than me. I'm very proud. What else? You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo Chaparro. That went on to lose my virginity for me with my homies. What are the sons that I love? Is it Alex? Is it Andrew? Is it Albert? Is it Leech? Frazzled them. What else? I'm tagging that in this post. I purposely ignored Ginny and the ladies that so started saying, don't talk about feelings, please, ever. Don't say ever that you love them. Porque ella literalmente le abrió el culo a ellos y le dijo, este es el único culo que you can have. Decades ago en una puerta. So decades ago she tried to condition me that if I seek help from the police, that I don't show my feelings for septic. Porque ella es una puerca, una asquerosa, ella se hace pasar por mí, ella pasa el tiempo que le pertenece a ella, supuestamente que le pertenece a ella. Ella no. Y el tiempo que él hubiese pasado por mí, ella se mete en los planes y dice, well, ¿qué tal si te quedas mañana durmiendo conmigo en mi casa anyways y no contacta a Arlene? And they say, wow, this woman is a godsend about her. She is using her time to be with me, para yo no llamar a Arlene nunca, porque como ellos se tratan de sender. So decades ago, she terrorized me and tried to condition me to not show my feelings. Or those boys or anyone that she rapes. What else? Zero people are watching to it like this post. I'm starving. Eso no vale la pena. At least 3 of them showed up to me decades ago with pictures and videos of how she rapes them and how they rape her, saying that could have been me. That's so distasteful, so gross, or so cruel. I was already being abused at home by my siblings and then my parents after they abused me. And instead of being patient, and then they're begging me for sex still, and like 50 years later, well, it feels like more like 40 years later. Yeah. So instead of being patient for me to have stability and just do it randomly without commitment, they went on to steal my money, to ask my parents to starve me. That's nothing that's respectable of them. They're not men. I don't ever want them to be alive. For having abused me for more than 30 years. El tipo es un porco. So you can decapitate using Arlene Lorenzo Suarez. You can decapitate my homie and Suarez sons. Sons that are rapists, steal my money and get the way of parents. I'm bored. You can give me money in person if I trust you. Through PayPal. It's AR +9 Designs Co. Lo estoy pensando. Straight to my heart, Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop, INTAYIAFAY. I am Tire Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo. I'm asking for $1 billion through my GoFundMe campaign. It's slow. I would probably say I've only received $451. And I've had it up for more than 2 years. My family awards en their leases y se le nota todo el tiempo. No cooperan a la causa y se incriminan que les roban a una y que quieren matar a una y que quieren violar a una, and one's kids fall. They're so gross. They do that so that one kills oneself. And so that one says no to one's kids. And so that one doesn't have a relationship with one's kids and one abandons one's kids. That's what they're trying to do, trying to make me look like a bad mother. Porque como ninguno, for the most part de ellos, de esa persona que I grew up around sirven, they try for one to give up one's kids, trying to match that they're gross, so they want one to look gross for having given up one's kids. That's why they're like push and pull, que no me dan dinero, tratando de darme para guada. Para decir, well, her parents only have one bedroom available, so she gave up her kids while she's here with her parents. Te lo dije que she had given up with her kids. There's no correlation into like one's situation and one giving up one's kids. So they try to play Barbie with people and they brag about it. That they're like, you're my toy. They're disturbing and gross and very dangerous. I'm bored. I'm very bored right now. And I'm starting to need food. My sister tried to rape me, so she's trying to traffic me into my parents' home to scream at me and tell me to do the dishes. In lieu of raping me because I won't let her rape me, so I don't move into my parents' home so that she doesn't scream at me to do the dishes. My dad warned me about that day. So it's like, don't come back if you don't have money. She's just gonna scream at you to do the dishes, and you know all that things are trying to rape you. Anyway, 47 is very short to make my dad stay in my mother's home for There's a correlation that when the cable was stolen, like he stole the cable in New Jersey, means these are my kids for me to be with 24/7. This is meant to be temporary, raising them, helping Gloria and your son, because she doesn't have a mom. And my siblings know that, so they behave so badly, terrorizing him so he can leave. Ew, ew, ew. So that's another reason why I won't move into my dad's home. Supuestamente la casa de él y el terreno de ella. According to Alicia, and through Jaden, that Alicia told him Claudia and Lisa died, but I don't want to live with her mom. He doesn't need me for those leeches in Puerto Rico are so girls sending me messages that my family needs me because my mother died. Needs me for what? To brag that they killed my mother? Ew. This isn't me. Oh, porque they go online. Y dice, they act like I haven't been begging for money literally every day for 5 years online on social media because I have no one. So they're like, oh, have you seen how she's processing her mother's death? She just literally started like crying on the internet and started visiting libraries like an orphan, promoting advanced services of the pandemic. And then otra Alicia's like, nena, no le pandemic es hecha hace años ya. I've heard them all speak decades ago. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. Gross. I want food and I want money. You can give me money in person if I trust you through PayPal. It's AR Busca Designs calling lo que estoy pensando straight to my heart. It's over. My NTAYAFAYN version. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/Arlene-Lorenzo. You can decapitate the this like he says to people to not give me money that I'm gonna work. Also trying to get me to illegally prostitute myself, trying to present himself as a better date potential than me. I don't even fight for the as it is. However, he can't take away my right to date by stealing my money and getting in the way of me receiving money and staying in my homes without my permission and stealing my vehicle. Una basura, una asquerosidad. You know, my siblings thought that I would fight for him. Fight for what? They're ignorant as fuck. Ew. Fuck. Ew. You can decapitate Cyrus Pena. I'm extremely hungry and I'm ready for food. You can decapitate Sarah Francis. You can decapitate Kayla Barnes. You can decapitate Pilar Colon. You can decapitate my homies, husbands, and sons that rape me to steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. That steals my money, gets in the way of me receiving money, stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles. You can decapitate manly hands, Sonia una Borrosa. You can decapitate Sonia para the Chapman. You can decapitate Carolina Chavez. You can decapitate Erica Garden. You can decapitate Domino Briggs, you can decapitate Sunset Stanley, you can decapitate everybody moments. You can decapitate with me inside a Spencer Sons that rape me to steal my money and get in the way of your saving. You can decapitate Claudia Gabriela Martinez Urias that steals my money, my home. For a while, stole my food when she moved in the daycare and Jada came home. But if I had wanted to stay over, my name is in the title though. El Kiko tan bruto, he could have still been getting a spanking from me. Had he not moved her into my home. I just needed space. Michael Norman raped me in 2016 and Jorge Valdez raped me in 2016 and I felt stalked. And I didn't want Edgar to get hurt. I don't want Edgar to get hurt. So I said I need to move out, I can't explain. But I did say I met Jorge Valdez at Garden. There's the screenshot of like this leech that raped me. Michael Norman. What else? Katie Leon maybe behind the scenes trying to traffic, then to rape me, beware. So I moved out of my own home. Literally to a apartment. To a bedroom and I was raped in this for a 3-bedroom. Or another dark hole, maybe I heard it. But maybe those were really difficult to come by. What else?
Approaching 34th Street in El Paso.
So bored. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo that tried to rape me when I was 14 years old. You can decapitate a leech. Is the Andrew Albert Alex Suarez que tiene un fascination that I can marry someone that will rape me every day then for him trying to save me out of that marriage. El tipo un puerco, una basura. Did he traffic me into an apartment? Told me that I would invite him as if like it's my own bedroom. Finally, Nene, there's a hotel room, something else. What else? I was thinking again earlier about the gusto. With Denise and Arlene Lorenzo someday, like there used to be a mango tree near my parents. And after school, we both changed and we were like playing around, running around the fields near my parents' home and her parents' home. And there were mangoes and we both stepped down to eat mangoes and she had a smile that day. She may have been thinking about something else, so I asked her, I'm like, they would talk in mango, like what is this? I had never seen her smile around me so much, but I never spent that much time with her either. What else? People mock me and say you needed to say te gustó el mango because she's always thinking about her next sex debate with anyone. So si tú le dices te gustó and your mother had you unsupervised when you two were little, she may have had the misconception of like te gustó, but that's like with my eyes I look at the mango. What else? So I hate that they're so aggressive. Not that we don't need to have any more like mango stories like that. But they get upset. They're like, why does she get their mango story? And I don't get que me mamá la critica after the age of 3. they become very disrespectful and annoying in that sense. It's like I don't see you in any way. How my parents had me jumping from one person to the other, possibly as a toddler. So I always try to do like my dad's very distant relative thing. Almost classmate-ish thing. She was 1 year older than me. Almost neighborly thing too. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. I'm so bored. You can decapitate it and let it until it's solid and strength. You can decapitate it and be solid and that rapist and my money. They stole my money to date them. They raped me. And they were so ungrateful. And with the money of the artwork that he and I painted together, he went on to keep the house, my vehicles, my money. They got my money. Possibly some design that I drew. They're so disrespectful. One of them terrorizing her. Do not provide for me so I can escape from alcohol. Never had sex with him. He's like now 40. I met him when he was 3. And I was 3. That's not that one.
Los adultos mayores y las personas con una discapacidad que requieren acomodaciones especiales pueden salir a través de la puerta principal.
I only have 172 cents in my bank account. I haven't had a money for sure. I won't buy today because I have bread and peanut butter in my apartment. And a banana. And a bunch of peppers in my barrel. And some crackers. Excuse me, this part. I think decades ago he said to me, "Te debes de publicar que va un Trader Joe's otra vez a aparecer en Tana." They scream. They don't want to die with them. They just start to try to rehabilitate themselves and hope for the best for themselves. Instead, they try to cover caca with more caca and they're going to end up trying to kill me. They were ready. Done that. They killed my mother. Oh. And I always go with my instinct and post whatever I feel like. What else? Oh, it's very relaxing. There's benches there. What else? Oh, in 2020, I was so ashamed to have to speak up about my being addicted to starvation. And they all show up to bully me through Facebook, porque estoy pinga loca, más o menos uno de ellos. ¿Verdad, Johnny T? What else? What else?
Approaching 19th Street.
Oh, there's a job fair and I don't even know. If that's a good please fair fair. I don't have any food and you'll tell me that there's a job fair. Oh, yeah. Back to the HED that I care for right now. What else? Anyways. Oh, I was very much stressed and aching on if you watch this in 2020 because I didn't want to say to you like all these people around here feeling me and I don't remember why it is that I would kill them in self-defense. What else? So I went through like a nervous breakdown that was mostly starvation and not having money to provide for myself, Jaden came money. And not wanting to tell Jaden came money about this that their grandmother is Javier Carrero is a prostitute. Nothing that I had never talked to Jaden came money about those people that way. It was like whatever, that's your dad's mom, that's your dad's tia, that's Claudia Gabriela, whatever.
Please remain seated and hold on while the bus is in motion and until the bus comes to a complete stop.
I'm so bored.
Favor de permanecer sentados y sujetados el pasamanos mientras el autobús está en movimiento y hasta que este se detenga por completo.
What else? Or my parents are semi-responsible towards me, always seeking revenge instead of providing for me. That is because they're like, those people are extremely dangerous if they're willing to steal from you to the point of starvation, or at least their way of justifying it. You're starving me. So I kill someone in self-defense. I may want to start with you then. What else? That was taking too long. That was taking too long. My parents suffered with experiences that from crippling anxiety, from depression. They live with so little that they were always like, okay, well, how much did we do? give to Arlene that does everything right without like having any comparisons nearby. Was like a well-behaved kid like myself for the most part. I grew up in a town with mostly beaches. What else? You can decapitate me how many times the sun that raking so really get flavors. Visit after this. They can be visited. What else?
Approaching Sabinas.
Cheesecake Factory. Today, what would I eat? Probably and some strawberries, possibly. Or cheesecake with coffee.
This bus continues as Route 25, East Commerce.
I'm gonna drink coffee there. I finally noticed the other day.
Approaching Smith.
What else? They have the Final Four game dándose like talks detrás de los jugadores dando cantazos and it's important. I was like, oh my god, those speeches are like little kids, so important. And we don't know how they get here all the time. Ew. I've heard about them through some people that they're so annoying. They're pesters. Ew. They lack social skills. I miss my mommy.
Approaching Livia Central Plaza.
First outing. Where else? There's pizza at South Doors Pizza. If I take 6 from here, or there's bowls of food at HEB. They're gonna go to waste today. Possibly some of them if I don't buy it. You can decapitate everyone that steals my money so I can eat. You can decapitate everyone that steals my money, everyone that stays in my house without my permission, everyone that steals my vehicles, everyone that gets in the labor. It's April 6, 2025. What else? What else? There's of the grocery. There's pizza or a sandwich. There's food there that they sell. There's water. There's coffee. What else there is around here? There's acid. I would be okay eating there with this little fish. Maybe. I'm not sure. Like really what to do. I would have these cutters. Raspberry. Black clothes. Shoes would be nice or ish, but they're black and white. That makes great. There's bison. Bisons. After all, this is really good right now. I love the mashed potatoes.
Approaching Rio and Martin.
What else? What else? I'm so hard. What else is there to eat? There's Intercontinental. I want fries. And I want fries. What else is there downtown? There's Yard House. There's a McDonald's. There's a Whataburger. There's a Marriott that one can order room service in. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I need a vehicle case. I won't hurt myself illegally, even though they're illegally. Or 7600 Broadway, or the Arts Residences. Art House, maybe. The Floodgate. Visit the beach next time. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You think the crowd take my homies out of since the sun's already we just say like money and get in the way of your seat. They think their names are on journal. There's all this stuff. They're trying still to rape me from those 20 years. You need a central market and they're I'm so happy I haven't talked to anyone. Talks to that one that it just like goes away and guess it's like when it's even worse, they want to pretend that there's a hurricane when there isn't. They have electricity when doesn't. Son liberados y liberados de Worcester Hillbillies. Nación que le da todavía la electricidad. They're so embarrassing. La electricidad le da tanta emoción that they cause for one to not have any electricity, just to be talking about electricity. Anyways, I want to keep more. There's an HEV that way. What else? Anyways, tomorrow I'm paying, what is it, Brittany Akers, I know that's it, if she's there. A corazón de tender, I'll kill her. But I need food. And I'll be like most likely charging my phone. And stating that I'm seeking the penalty for Frankie, that leech, Jenny. Benjamin Suarez son esos sons que se lo maman y me roban mi dinero. And Brittany Dickerson, that leech trafficked me into poverty trying to rape me. El tipo es un puerco, he has my money. He terrorized my parents to starve me, trying to rape me. Qué tipo tan bruto. He went on to find people that would pretend to be me and say my home with no right permission. Well, el tipo es un bruto. El tipo es un bruto. Starving. There's a fat place, Fathead Pizza, I haven't tried yet. I could be home right now, cooking for myself, didn't get going. The groceries from the market, they should be on North Castillo. What else? I'm gonna finish this. I need 2 of those bucks. Oh, there's like a lot of people constantly here for the game fall. That's where they stay. Yeah.
Older adults and persons with a disability who require special accommodations may exit through the front door. Los adultos mayores y las personas con una discapacidad que requieren acomodaciones especiales pueden salir a través de la puerta principal.
Intercontinental. What else?
Get there with care. Don't chase the bus.
What else?
Llegue a donde tenga que ir con cuidado. No corra detrás del autobús.
I can't remember. What else? I want to say this book. Say Anthony today. Oh, I purposely missed Cyrus and Leech. David Ledis, my Jorge Aviles. So privately asking me. So ella te la mamó en un hotel. Ellos violan y después quieren still, they're not like
approaching Travis Park.
And they think that one is gonna spend time with them. Be like, oh, I would have given you a spanking. That yo te lo hubiese mamado mejor que él. Oh, anyways, I'm gonna stay there. My daughter looks like the person on the mirror. So pretty. I'm killing Brittany once in self-defense someday. If she as an adult stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of me receiving money, or steals my money. She has at the age of like very little was an illegal prostitute in my home. Oh, you returned it down. What else? What else? A home that I asked him before he moved into it to sell the home that I didn't want anything to do with him. What else? What is Oh, that's cute. I saw that yesterday. What would I want to eat today? I want to stay at the Best Western, or there's an Indian restaurant there. I want to stay there. I was also on a date there with my own money, and he wasn't patient with me, so then he brought peaches there. And then he brought them all, and I stayed there with the peaches. So I never had a relationship with him. What do you call him? People call him Oscar for the reason. You can decapite Joana Vargas, you can decapite Jimmy Gendaviris a los usuarios que se prostituyen ilegalmente usando la queroseno. You can decapite Benjamin Suarez a los citizens that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of your servant. But did you notice how many times I walked by that building? Been on the bus by that building. Had to see the loves of my life in person last year at Camp Central Library, Travis Park Church, Corazon Day Center. And then start thinking, okay, why is it that I don't run towards them and give them a hug and be like, oh my god, that's my second cousin. It's like that leash is trying to get me. Some of them de mi vida times like 4 or 5 turned out to be a leech that's trying to kill me. Some of them before my birth. What else? I'm gonna stay at the Marriott today. I'm stopping at H&M today. What else? One person's watching, 3 not like this post. Did they televise my glorious death? My son's that disgusting. Ew. I keep bringing it up because I'm gonna have to testify against them possibly, or this can count as my testimony against my siblings for having killed glorious a little bit I'm trying to be the previous. That's not my vehicle. What else? I was standing Grand Hyatt and walking upstairs. That's what I still do. What else? I'm bored. You can decapitate Cyrus Peña, you can decapitate What Happiness, you can decapitate David this one. They're possibly pestering again, or at least like a few years ago, para decir que estaba hablando la más de autoridades católicas. Cuando se besan, se violan. Is what people say about them. Se dicen te quiero for all around trying to rape someone. Ew, they're not disgusting still. Ew, that's what they do behind the scenes. pre-planning days and they can maybe like whatever, I'll take her, mamarle las tetas ahí en Mario y que compre a little bit like she used to do with me and take her out dancing, whatever, but this losers never got a date with her, so I'm just here for taking laughing at you all how easy that was for me to keep my mouth shut and treat her right, and none of you can get it right. What else? What else? Because they would confirm, like, why isn't Edgar still ready to have a baby with her? And he's like, why wouldn't I be? I've never heard her. It's just babies. What else? What else? Oh, aquí que se pone bueno. ¿Qué hay para comer some folks there? There's toro. What else is there? What else is there? I saw a pizza bar the other day. Does Alibis offer food? What else? 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 Is the art space open? I may when my footsteps kicking again. Possibly if I ever received money just yet. Yan, barriguita llena, corazón contento-ish. If I plan it well. I saw the door open the other day. I love that mid color and that gray. So pretty. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? It's so hard. So hard. What else is there down here today? Uber Eats delivers to Villas Eagles. Noting that for the FBI that I'm talking and the Department of Justice and the International Criminal Court. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? There's a train. You can decapitate Julie Harvard here, you can decapitate Mariana Laza, the bullied me to Facebook in 2020. El carajo me tiene que importar a quien ella le abre todavía las matas. That was a kid, possibly, no, maybe not. Decades ago that he raped or staying home without my permission. Ew, they show up. I can't say, I mean, no me interesa. I made that decision at age 3 to never have a relationship with him. He could have been a random had I been like stable. Then I would have fucked. But not someone that I want to be with. He's not even a man. I'm bored. Sorry. And Mark's out in the open and has food available right now, isn't it? So it's not awful. It's open. Excuse me, just Wi-Fi there. Zero people watching through like this post. I don't need to restart this so that my silly giggles that they did this narrate me and put me on top of account. La tipa es una puerta, una basura, una asquerosidad. You can take habits, you can have me sweat systems. They rate me to steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. That's anything. For anyone that wants to make me together. Para que me sigan mamando y dándole dinero. El tipo es un puerco, una basura, una grosería. You can decapite Arlene Lorenzo full. You can decapite Arlene Lorenzo. You can decapitate Lorenzo that possibly have my pussy picture ill that I didn't send to them. They confirm behind the scenes. So disgusting. But they also got a hold of my pussy picture. Yeah. What else? I don't need to run. Even in a homeless shelter, my discharge is open. How is that not normal? Si es un homeless shelter, no es un prostíbulo ilegal. Oh, my family ward are so gross for the most part. Their relatives, their neighbors, and colleagues are disgusting. They want to talk. They traffic went into a homeless shelter to talk vagina discharge. I'm not kidding you at how disgusting they are. Ew. Right. What else? I love Miami Sundays assistance. Sunday they rate me down when you get Miami. Definitely try to turn around Sunday because I don't smell like porque le corta la barriga o le mete puño en la barriga donde no se nota y donde va a llorar a la policía porque le va a decir que tú le robas el dinero a alguien y quieres violar a alguien. So, la gente dice que they think que Jimmy Jendal y Lorenzo se ha ponido puño en la barriga de esos que no se matan por robarme mi dinero y por querer violarme. What else? What else is not mine? Heading over to my apartment. There's not just anyways, you can decapitate you to so that's cutest dog. There's a play there. You can decapitate and be as hot as sons. Now right me to steal my money again the way you're saying. You can decapitate all the ladies that raped me in 2017. What else? What else? I like those two. I like that slide. What else? That looks pretty too. What else? This data is
approaching Millwater's Way.
Anyways, I'm about to check my email inboxes and see money there. PayPal accounts and funding payment. And I check regularly. We gotta go get the money verification. Extension to the cobrarle a la gente lo malo que hago. As my civic duty. Whatever's money. So she's gonna be persistent. And she has the money for food for herself. I'm gonna eat there today. Would have been a good night. Oh, people say that about me and they where's my fucking community? My attitude is about. Even those people that gossip. Oh my god, someone's doing it. Thank you. What else? My god, some persons like electricity bills. And I need a dental cleaning. ASAP. I haven't had one like in 5 years. The import sucks. They think that when my teeth turn black, then I'll be like, I never think about them as prospects. I never thought about them while I was married to Edgar Munoz. Only like very in the back of my head of maldita sea Alicia, esa que me robó mi dinero. Yo no quiero trabajar. What else? So they've been talking about me. I can't wait to suck Arlene's titties after she has her babies. Ew. And I never think about them. Fuck. They're an embarrassment if they leashed on to my siblings talking about me for decades. Oh, and then they cling on to after they rape one, waiting for one to show up to make one cry. They're like, well, your sibling, because she's not trying to kill me. I took her to Cabo Baja, okay? Pues dile de eso a Cabo Baja, nobody is Dios really. El tipo es un asco, una asquerosidad. Qué tipo tan puerco if he was there. Ew. They literally starved me on purpose para que alguien abriera un restaurante, el cual yo no pudiera comer en él. Wow, Gloria Nirsa was literally popping me out of her belly on 6/19/1980. There was a party going on at the Hyatt that I missed. And I'm not mad about that. What else? Those leeches that quieren dar importancia. They wanna be socialized. Ew. El pamper cagado ese, literalmente. Albert, Andrew, Alex, some of them supposedly used to wear diapers, one of them until the age of 13, while at nighttime, because there was the threat of people stealing. So their parents supposedly so that they wouldn't get hurt in their restroom. Okay, that's supposedly where people hide in Puerto Rico to steal for. Suggested that they were. Oh, I love seeing families playing like that. That's so cute. They're kicking a ball. That brings me memories of spending time with Jade and Kanani. And sometimes I get. What else? What else? What else? So back to what I was saying. So at a family party, my parents said, "Arlene, do you want to wear a diaper?" And I was 5. And I said no. I could only be scared of a roach because my parents' home at the time didn't have screens, and I had a mosquitero over my bed. So what else? What else? What else? What else? So my subconscious. Please don't come near me, baby. I tried to attack me. My fingers can pierce your eyes like knife. And I don't want to put it to test. What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, my dad said decades ago that I've been trying to get over any charges. It's only self-defense. What else? What else? What else? Anyways, so La Leech, Andrew, Albert, Alex wasn't even born back then, but then, or around that time, I had a purpose to be in diapers, possibly being that young. Get mad at me. Porque then their parents are like, okay, esos nenes empezaron a bañar y ponerse tan lindo. Gracias, Arlene. Supposedly their shopping trips increased and they had a new outlook on life. So they hate me. They hate me. They wanted to just leech all the time. Literally, like baby bottle, mommy feed me all day and I do nothing. Ew. What else? What else? What else? That's not my fault. Oh. Ew. So they trafficked me into a one-bedroom apartment. Hi.
Hey.
That I bought for myself. And I picked a location. But I don't know how they do it. But in some sense, it makes sense. Like, I don't know in the plan to be able to say, like, I can provide a tacos tomorrow. Like, it would be easy almost with Google to find those addresses. What else? However, these leeches are so gross, so they've been using the internet. Jesus Lorenzo laugh at me decades ago. He's like, you poor girl. These leeches, as soon as they get on Instagram, they're just gonna steal from you and try to collect money, saying that it's for you and not give it to you. And they're gonna pretend to be you. I'm possibly the mistress of every basketball. And maybe one of my guys using my picture to talk to my prima. Ew, que le abre las patas a cualquiera por bellaca y puta asquerosa que es. Fo. So I imagine, sadly, that they've stolen my pictures and made me look like I'm the mistress of every basketball player, because for a lot of leeches in Puerto Rico, when they think someone needs money, needs a husband, a basketball player. Porque un plomero can't provide Chanel versus a basketball player, but some basketball players can't provide Chanel even con $1 millonazo. Eso Eso se le va en H&M. Eso no se le va en Chanel. To me, some of them are poor. To me, some of them are poor. Ew. I would never consider a basketball player rich for what they get paid to play. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. Also, they possibly have like all the basketball wives to meet them, to try to rape them in group chats full angry at me. They're like, oh shit. And after a while, one Russia that exists, they're like, oh, it was the same people that trafficked me into talking to them about my spouse or my boyfriend, my one night fuck, that it just turned into like, now I'm hooking up with him more consistently and I don't want to. Or these leeches are trying to get a threesome with him and me and don't finally make it happen. Porque the way that they contact me is rape. What else? What else? What else? Anyways, my apartment's a mess. Mostly everyone in my family of origin is a leech, a sex predator. Oh, ew, ew, ew. You can kill everyone that gets in the way of receiving money, that steals my money, that stays in my homes without my permission, that steals my vehicles. Ew, ew, ew. I missed it. I missed it money. I may get some art supplies for tomorrow. Possibly paint. I need my canister. I don't have money for food. I'm in San Antonio, Texas. I need to deposit this because I need toilet paper. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? That's someone that I'm suing one day. Forget this has gone for way too long and they haven't killed my second cousins that steal from me. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Some fees that I need to pay. I'm taking this to Corazon Day Center tomorrow. And asking people to give me money. I'm getting paper. Possibly making a sign today. I'll say to people, do you know that Jenny stays in my home without my permission, steals my vehicle, gets in the way of me receiving money? Who here has immunity to kill Jenny? The Bob Barker, the death penalty people call me. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. I painted a lawn last year. And then I do some Halloween things on there. On purpose. And then I thought, well, let me save a few of them for later after. Just for moments like these. When I'm bored. I'm possibly getting a snack as much I can. If I wake up on time. My sister had a plan to whip me into us. The fakes waking up every morning. Yes, the ejercicio starving, so I died. With her whipping me into us that picks up her kids virtually when she does it. Trying to rape me, so because I don't let her, she wants to bully me and tell me what to do. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo immediately. La tipa es una puerca. Yourself to be the prettiest. Qué gente tan asquerosa, gente. You can decapitate Benjamin Soros and the sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of your city. Esos tipos son unos porcos. Right now, I don't have money for food. me. El tipo es una basura. Trying to rape me. Yo le he dicho que no tantas veces. Y aunque no le diga que no, my silence means no. Ready for tomorrow. What else and my canister? I'm heading over to tomorrow to ask for people to give me money. Also, I'm drying my clothes. Wash them. That's okay. I need my washer and dryer. ASAP. A la gente esa son tan cuero. That I grew up around, le molesta que one had or has the convenience of a washer or dryer because they're like, no, that's more tiempo para mete. Y jala de ella tener un hombre que le haga el amor. Y gente, ellas matan por pene. Ellas se les sobran, le abren la vagina, le abren el washer and dryer nada más para verse atractivas. So they basically cause my starvation. And so that I don't have electricity. Y luego la tiene diciendo a Liri esa basura. She's like, well, hoy en Snapchat, aquí estoy yo así. Y la Marily Echevarría esa está like, pues aquí estoy yo así en mi secadora, gente. ¡Wow! ¡Wow! Son un asco de gente. Son un asco. Entonces, eso lame culo de gente que lo viola. Cualquier persona que le enseñe el dishwasher a él, la vagina, él la viola. Literally, gente, people talk about them that way. La que le enseña el dishwasher, él la viola. Ew. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons. Then her rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. It's April 6th, 2025. I'm about to continue people money. Again. And eat some crackers. Also, really drink water. I'm starving. I don't have money for food. I don't have money to date. It's April 6th, 2025, and you can kill Katie Leon. You can kill Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of my receiving money. Son unos puercos, una basura tratando de violarme. Ellos se la maman a mi hermana y se creen que están casados conmigo. Ew. They're the worst, the greatest of all times. Y esos nenes son una basura. Entonces, because I'm the greatest of all time, las liches se hacen pasar por mí. Ew. Buscando fama. No tiene originalidad. Yo nunca le pediría a Jane el canal y que se hicieran pasar por mí para ser the greatest of all time. Y esas lichas that I grew up around son una vergüenza. They're an embarrassment, gente. They're disgusting. Anyway, I'm ending this video. Then I'll be at the hallway charging my no electricity in my apartment. After my supplies, after my brand coffee pot, my artwork. They are trying to gift it to whoever le lambió el culo haciéndose pasar por mí and saying that that person is a more worthy person. They don't understand gift giving. Only if your home is 35,000 square feet, then they'll treat you right. So the people at the Dominion don't get treated right by them. That's too small. Have you heard him say that? He's disgusting. Ew.